The union pension funds and asset managers leading the case want Musk to repay to Tesla the cost of the $2.6 billion deal and to disgorge the profits on his SolarCity stock. If they win, it would be one of the largest judgments against an individual. The 2-week trial in the Court of Chancery in Wilmington, Delaware, will boil down to whether Musk, who owned about 22% of Tesla at the time of the deal, is that rare controlling stockholder who does not hold a majority stake. I think it's going to be very hard for the court to ignore the reality that Elon Musk is Elon Musk and his relationship with Tesla, said Ann Lipton, a professor at Tulane University Law School. She said the case might present an unusual situation given Musk's celebrity status, his personal ties to Tesla board members and those board members' financial ties to SolarCity. Put it all together, and it might be enough to count as a controlling shareholder. She said, few executives dominate their company's image as much. Musk, known for taunting regulators, battling naysayers and personally engaging with his 57 million Twitter followers. We are highly dependent on the services of Elon Musk, technoking of Tesla and our chief executive officer, said Tesla's 2020 annual report. 2020 Lincoln Corsair road test consumer reports lowest rated cars of 2019. Here's what's behind the container ship traffic jam causing delays around the world. What to know about the looming rubber apocalypse. Circle CEO on why the company is going public through a SPAC. Watch CNBC's full interview with IAC CEO Joey Levin from Sun Valley. IAC CEO on Biden antitrust order, the care economy, competition and more. Fandango. There is definite demand for in-theater viewings of Florida utility company implodes its last coal-powered plant. Yellen to push back on Europe's tech taxes at G20. Here's what the June jobs report says about inflation and U.S. labor supply. BIS says a lot of recent inflationary pressures are transitory. Don't see reflation problem. COVID pandemic has accelerated digital change and innovation across the board. BIS says we need to be swift and efficient with the EU investment fund, says Spain's economy minister. Dutch finance minister says there is a clear incentive to reach a deal on global tax reform. German finance minister says a deal on global tax reform will be finalized very soon. Plaintiffs allege that Musk drove the negotiations and even pushed Tesla's board to raise, not lower, the price for SolarCity. A higher price benefited Musk, who was the largest shareholder of SolarCity, with a stake of about 22%, as well as 4 members of Tesla's board, who directly or indirectly owned SolarCity stock. According to court records, board members settled allegations against them last year for $60 million and did not admit to any fault. Plaintiffs also allege the deal benefited 2 of Musk's cousins who founded SolarCity, saving a company that was rapidly running low on cash. Musk has said he was fully recused from board negotiations and that shareholders voted to approve the deal because it was central to his master plan, Part D, that aims to integrate sustainable solar energy with electric self-driving cars. He has said that what plaintiffs see as evidence of control is little more than strong management, taken to its natural conclusion. Virtually all, hands-on, and inspirational source with minority stock ownership would be deemed controllers, Musk's lawyers wrote in a court filing. If Vice Chancellor Joseph Slights determines Musk was a controlling shareholder, it will fall to Musk to prove the SolarCity deal met the high bar of the entire fairness standard, which examines process and price, said legal experts. Musk has noted in court papers that the SolarCity deal has been a huge success for Tesla shareholders, demonstrating the deal was not only fair, but a boon. After Tesla split its stock 5-1 in 2020, it has risen to $652 on Thursday from near $37 a share when the deal closed in November 2016. If the vice chancellor thinks this deal was awful and was not effectively negotiated on behalf of the company, he'll strike it down, said Larry Hammermesh, a professor at Delaware Law School.